Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're working on this pixel hobby, and you know I really love this craft a lot. It's very similar to diamond painting, and I think that a lot of you guys would enjoy this. This one here I got from Oraloa, and so Pixel Hobby is a company, I think from, I don't remember, I want to say like the Netherlands or something like that, but they distribute through different companies. So they don't sell their own products, they sell them through other companies. So the first one that I got a while ago was a Christmas one that I got from a company called Hirschner's. And some of you guys might know that it's a craft company. They do mostly thread and yarn crafts, but they do have some diamond painting stuff, and they've got some, some pixel hobby stuff. But they also do like latch hook, plastic canvas, knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, embroidery, all kinds of stuff. Well, recently, Oraloa, who you guys know I love that company so much, have gone into, they started out just being diamond painting company, and now they're going into cross stitch and pixel hobby. So these are a little bit more expensive because they have these plastic plates and then these rubber squares, or whatever you want to call them, that go onto these plastic plates to create a design. The smaller, they do have all different size kits, and they're based off of how many plates, plastic plates, you need to complete your painting. So the plastic plates, they come like this. They let me get this out so I can show you. So they're just a clear plastic plate, and they have an arrow on it so that when you know how, which side is up, right? And they have these pegs on them. Reminds me a little bit of like a Lego plate. They have these little pegs on them, which these little beads, rubber squares, fit on top of, right? And then they create a picture. These things here are little brackets that hold them together when you're done. And I don't know, I like it. They're fun, but like I said, they are a little bit more expensive. So like a 4-plate like this one is roughly, I think, like 20 bucks or something like that. But they're fun, right? I think they're fun. So I'm gonna work on this today with you guys so that you can kind of see how you do it. And if you're interested, I would say go and if you like the company Oraloa or Hirschner's, go there. I'm sure there's other companies that sell them, but I only know of these two right now. So I have 2 plates done, and they'll hook together just like this, and then the other 2 will be underneath, kind of like that. So this one will be connected there, this one, and then I have a 4th plate that I need to do to complete the picture. And this picture here, let me grab the cover, is this. So it's this cup with this woman on like a lemon slice. You know, it's like a tropical drink where there's a woman on a lemon slice bathing in it. Kind of cute, right? And again, it's Pixel Hobby, but this one is designed specifically for Oraloa. And And yeah, I really, really like it. I really like it, and I want to share it with you guys. So, like I said, here's the first two that I created. They're really cool. I'll zoom in a little bit so that you can see these real quick. I think they're really cute. I think the picture looks really good when it's done. So I've got two. I'm working on the third one here. And the way that you work it is that you have these plastic grids. I'm going to try, I don't know how much I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to try and do it because you have to kind of see overhead in order to see where all of the spots are that you are putting your pieces. This one here, you can see that I filled in. I don't see any design underneath, so I filled in all the spots here. I'm going to pull it towards me just so I can double check real quick, make sure I didn't miss any. I didn't. So since I'm done with that one, I slide it over to this one here, and I line it up on the paper like so. And now you can see underneath, I have a glare, so sorry about that, but you can see underneath, now you'll see there's a pattern underneath the plastic where I go and I find my color and I put them on the pegs there to cover them. The way that you find your color is there is a grid here for this portion of the drawing here. I'm working on the third panel, so I just go here. So all these squares pattern here is going to be this color, and then I go to circle and that color, X, and triangle. And they use the same four symbols depending on which picture frame you're on, if that makes sense. So I'll zoom back in. I'm going to kind of zoom in kind of close, and I know that you have a glare because I have my overhead light on. As a matter of fact, I will turn that off real quick, which will, there we go, which will get rid of that glare. So now you can see better. And I'll probably be going a little slow because since I'm not directly overhead, I'll probably be looking up to see where my little pixels go. So I need 411. So they come on these little grids like this. They have the number written on the back right here, 411. And then what you do is you basically pull this off like so with your tweezers, and then you place it on the grid like so. And you can use your finger to push them down, you can use your tweezers. I go back and forth between both of them to push them down. They just have, I don't know if you can see, but they just have a little hole in the bottom of the little rubber piece. And you're going to see my head from time to time since I'm looking. But yeah, so they just have that little hole in there, and they fit on their peg. They can get a little crooked if but honestly, in the scope of things, it doesn't look that bad. It's kind of like a square painting. They fit together really well. So if they're a little bit crooked, you can just twist them. Take your tweezers and twist them to straighten them out. I will say this, once you have them full grid like this, they are kind of difficult to pull off if you make a mistake. Tweezers are your best bet, but you will most likely damage your little rubber piece if getting it off. But they do give you extra. I remember from my Christmas one that I did, I think it was last year, last Christmas, or the Christmas before probably. They do give you extra, and I actually think I saved some of those because I thought that I would do something, save the extras, because I thought that maybe I would do something with them later. But I don't know, because I know that you can, when you go on the Pixel Hobby website, they do have a list, I think, of the different stores that they distribute through. And they do say that you can create your own picture, right? And do it by the little rubber beads or whatever you want to call them, and create your own picture. But honestly, I don't know where you would buy the kits or the custom, you know what I mean, the custom stuff that you need. So I haven't really looked into that that much, but I really enjoy this. I think, like I said, they're a little bit more expensive. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I'll have a link for it down below, and you can go on the site and look. But I think that even though they are a little bit more expensive than like a diamond painting, I think they're worth it. You don't have to seal them, and you know, the little holders, or the little pieces that connect all of the tiles together aren't what's the word I'm looking for? They hold them together, but they'll still come loose if you don't tape them as well. And they are thicker, so when they're complete, I can show you one that I have done. When they're complete, they're kind of thick. So I don't know if framing is necessary, or you know, if that's something that you want to do or not. I'm going to zoom back out so you can see more of the picture, because you do one color at a time, so you are bouncing around on the plate itself. I'm going to zoom back out. I want you to see the whole thing, see where I'm going. When I'm doing an isolated area like that, a bunch like that, I will zoom back in for you guys so you can see. But yeah, framing I don't think is necessary. Maybe like a little stand or something. Oh, I pulled this one off and I don't need it. Oh yeah, I do. Maybe a little stand or something, like one of those little tripod stands would probably be the best for this. But I don't know. I really enjoy this. So I did that one, which was the circle, which was the square, which is 411. So I'm going to 412 next, which is this brown color here. And again, you're going to see my head because I need to look. I need to be able to see where the symbols are. But some of them are easier to pull off of here than others. You can just pick them off with your hands, but I would suggest that if you do that, only pull off the ones that you need at the time. I don't think it would be necessarily a good idea to go ahead and pick them all off and kit up, so to speak. But you certainly can do that if that's what you want to do. Kit them up and then put them in like a little jar or something like that. You certainly can do that if you want. But I just pick them off of here And see, as you can see, I'm using my finger kind of to push them down. I go back and forth between how I do this. Sometimes I use my finger, sometimes I don't. But it's very, in my opinion, it's a different medium, but it's very, very similar to diamond painting, and I think it's really fun. If tweezers aren't your thing, I'm not quite sure how else you would place them. Because they're a little bit too small for you to just use your fingers, or at least mine, because I have fat fingers. But so I'm thinking, I don't think a pen would really work unless you have, like a little gripper pen or something like that. But I don't think a pen would really work, because you do need to be able to hold them to get them on the pegs, because the pegs are tight, like the holes in there. It is kind of tight, which is good because it allows it to hold on to it. So I don't know if kitting up would be the best thing for this kind of thing. And using tweezers, like I said, is... Oh, I missed one here of this one here, which is 412. Let me go back. And the cool thing about it, too, is that... I'll show you this in a second. What is this? No, this is 411. So I need this one. 412, right? Because that's a circle, yeah. So, the cool thing about this is that, and I'll show you right now, is all of your colors come in a row like this. So when you start your first piece, you start from this side over here, and it's literally like you're just going in this. So like your first page will have, your first colors over here, your second grid pattern will be over here, third, fourth, and like so for every one piece like this, you go through the whole thing, and then you get to the end and this piece is done. Then you get your next blank one and you start over here again and you go through the whole thing, and then that piece is done. Get your third one, start again, go through the whole thing. So keeping them in this little box actually does help, so that you don't really have to figure out what where your color is. So if you wind up kitting up, you're not going to have them in that same color order, or you might not, depending on what you do. So I finished this little pattern here, so I take this sheet out like so, put it to the side, and now I start on this one. So then I just line this up like so on this one, and it's a little harder to see because I've got so many colors on here, but you can see the pattern through here. So you just start off again with your first color, which is this square, and it's this one here, 441. And let me see if I can find them. I have a few. They're mixed in with this green down here, like so. And it's just these little rubber pieces that you're putting on this plastic grid, and it forms your design. And I really do enjoy these a lot. These are These are really fun, but it's one of those things where, like I said, it is more expensive, so it's kind of like a side hobby, you know? You don't, it's, I don't think it's something that you can buy and do all the time. They do have bigger ones, like Hirschner's I think has a bigger selection because Oraloa has just started doing it. So Hirschner's has a bigger selection, and I think you can get up to like 8 plates, maybe even bigger than that. But those get really expensive. Like I think they're like $100 or something like that. They're really expensive. I think the company says that these little rubber beads are made from recycled material. I could be wrong though. I think I got all of them. I could be wrong on that, but I think they are made from recycled material. 447. So now I'm on to the O. So I have, I think it's just one over here of the O that I can see. And, you know, again, you've got these papers, so if you accidentally miss one, you just go back and you place it on on the frames like this, and you figure out which one you missed and get the number for that. Yeah, I didn't see any more O's on that, so I'm going to go to this one, 473, 59, 61, 73. It's this really cool, like, grayish, it's almost like a blue-gray color. And this is the X, which is, I've got 2 over on this side here. And then these over here. But this is really calming, really relaxing, just the same way as diamond painting is. Excuse me. So, I mean, if your hands aren't too bad, like if you don't have arthritis or whatever, and you can hold tweezers for a long period of time, because it's not just holding the tweezers, you're using the tweezers, then you shouldn't have a problem with this. Got a bug that just fell on my paper here. This bug won't leave me alone. So, go over here. Like so. I think that's all. Oh, sorry, I've got a little bug flying around me. I don't see any more of those. So now we're going to go to the next color. 479. It's this brown color here. Are these all those? Yeah. Okay. All of these up here are this color. And they don't take that long to do. I mean, you can do one panel in a couple of hours, so if you only have like an hour or two to work on it a day, it'll take you a couple of days. Very similar to diamond painting. Takes you a couple of days. Got those 4 over here. I always like to use my fingers kind of on the end like this because, you know, when they will fall off, like to the side, right? Before you can push them down onto the little peg. So, got one more over here. I think that's it. Do I see more? I don't see any more of this in here. Again, my head's gonna get in the way. Alright, so we're going over to the next frame. Like this. And you can see how the picture's coming along as you're doing it. So square is 493. Oops. That's 83. Ah. $4.93. This really pretty pink color here. I think it might just be that one. Okay, so $4.95 is this really pretty green blue. And this is the circle. Where's the circle at? I have one here, one here. If you hear any noises, by the way, Izzy's in here with me. Usually, when I shut the door, he's out there with my husband, but he's in here with me today because he doesn't like the bugs. We have like little gnats and stuff that come in when the windows are open. And we have a bug zapper inside. Bug zapper. But you know, that makes popping noises and stuff. So he gets a little worried, a little scared with that. So, and he doesn't like things, can't stand things flying around his head. Little bugs scare him. So, he's in here with me rather than out there with his daddy. 497 of X. So, and he's just kind of like licking and cleaning himself. So if you hear him, that's what he's doing. Okay, and then 499 is this really pretty bluish green color here. And yeah, I'm just picking them off. They feel really nice too. They've got a really smooth texture on them, which is nice. When you rub your hand along the top of them like this, it feels really nice. Kind of like a diamond painting. Has that same kind of feel, but it's softer because it's rubber. So you don't have like a super shiny finish, you have a matte finish on these. But I think that the Christmas one that I did turned out really pretty. This one so far is turning out really pretty as well. So even for a 4-panel picture, I think they make them for kids too, where it's just a 1-panel, but which I think are like $10 or something like that. I don't remember, but I think for a 4-panel picture, these turn out really well. I think they're charted very well for this. So, and I don't know if for these in particular, because the ones that you get from Hirschner's, they're not exclusive to Hirschner's. I'm going to get a drink. They're not exclusive to Hirschner's, so they're the designs that the company Pixel Hobby themselves came up with, whereas these ones for Oraloa, these are designed specifically for that company, so they're exclusive. So you can't buy these designs from any other place, which I think is awesome. I figure if you're gonna get into selling a craft like this, it's a good idea to have it exclusive to your company. I can pull up the paper again, or the cover again, because I think it says, yeah, it says exclusive designs from Oraloa. I'm green bio-based, so, and it's got directions on the back here of how to do it and how you put them together. Yeah, tweezers are not included with it. It's bioplastic, so it's by the it's manufactured in the Netherlands. Pixel Hobby BV, the Netherlands. This is the website here. Bioplastic, 100% recyclable. So I think that's another reason why they're a little bit more expensive, is because of the material used, right? I think I got all of them. I don't see any more. Okay, so finish that page there. I'm going to go on to this one here. And we're doing the square again, which I think is all of those up there in that. Yep. I think it's this color here. 506. Yep, 506. I think it's all of these up here, from what I can see. And if you push them down with your fingers like this, you do want to go back with something else, like the butt of your tweezers or something, to make sure that they're all pushed down equally. That way, you know, you don't have any chance of them falling off. But when they push onto these pegs, they're not going anywhere. I can tell you that right now. They're not going anywhere at all. So you don't have to worry about them falling off when handled, unless you're picking at them, right? Unless you got fidgety hands and you're picking at them to pick them off. That's the only reason that you would have a loss of these pixels. That's what I'm going to call them, because I don't know if they're called anything else, these little squares. So I'm not sure if they're called something different. So we'll just call them pixels. But as you can see, once you get the hang of it, it does go pretty fast. There is a certain way of pulling these off of the plastic too that makes it easier. Some of them are harder than others. Some of them, I have a couple of these that I have to pull off with my hand or something like that, because they are a little tough to get off of here. But most of them pop off real easy, like you've just seen. So you don't have to worry about that too much. 527. So this one here is going to be down in this section here. We're moving to this section. But yeah, you want to make sure that they're pushed down all the way so you don't lose any. And I'm not talking that much on this video because I want it to be more focused on what you're doing. And if you have any questions about this, leave a comment below and I will do my best to answer those questions for you guys. But I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. You just gotta kind of get used to it, you know? So we're going to 531 is next. This X pattern here. I wish there was, I'm gonna have to find some like royal-free music or something like that that I can play while I am, royalty-free, sorry, music while I am doing this, because sometimes I feel like if I don't necessarily want to talk the whole time, I don't want you to be sitting there in silence, if that makes any sense. So maybe I'll do that for the next time I do this, or the DP with me or something like that. I'll have, maybe I can have some music in the background, some royalty-free music. I know that you can put it over the video. I think YouTube has music that you can put on your video that's royalty free, or copyright, that won't get you a copyright strike, I guess, because I don't make any money off of these videos yet, but I don't want anybody to give me a copyright strike either, you know what I mean? I don't want any of those issues. I don't see any more X's. Do you guys see any more X's? It's my face. I'm like all over this, aren't I? I hope not, but I hope you can see it. 533. Okay, so we've got a lot of X's, or a lot of triangles up here, and then over here. So I'm going to do these, and then maybe when I start doing these, I'll zoom in. I hope my head wasn't in the way for all of that, but I don't think so. I'm only kind of looking at it when I'm trying to make sure that I got all of the spots. But yeah, I'll have to look into some music that I can play while we're doing stuff like this together, so that I'm not so if I'm not talking for a minute or so, it's not super dead silent. You know what I mean? Alright, we go coming down here. And zoom in a little bit more for you guys, so that you can see what hopefully see what I'm doing here. It might look a little weird. These pegs are a little bit tougher to get off the plastic than the other ones were. But I'm still able to do it. You just gotta find the best way to pull them off. Or you can pick them off with your fingers. Do that as well. But as you can see, I'm just placing them where they need to go. I'm picking them off of this housing, or whatever you want to call it. I'm putting them where they need to go with the tweezers, pushing them down with the tweezers. And see, that one's crooked. All you have to do is just rotate it. Like so. Super easy. Super easy to do. I don't want to miss any. When you get pixels all around and you have only one little empty square like that, it gets a little difficult to see the design that's in there if you're not right overhead. So but yeah, it's super easy. Little kids, I think, could do this if they can manipulate the use of tweezers. I think that with supervision, I think little kids could do this. So like you could separate the papers, and you could give your kid one plate with all the papers that go with it, and you could take one plate and you could do this together. That would be super fun. As long as the kids can handle tweezers, because like I said, I don't know of another tool that you could use to do this. You know what I mean? Besides tweezers, I don't know if there's another tool that you could use, because you need something that's skinny enough to pull these off. Oh, I still got those over there. You need something that's skinny enough to pull these off of the grid. Unless you pull them off by hand, but you definitely need something skinny enough to hold them in the right spot. And so I don't know if there's another instrument that you could use besides tweezers to do this, because I don't think you can, like, I can't do it with my fingers. I'm not saying that other people couldn't. Maybe little kids could, but these squares are tiny. The pixels are tiny, so I'm not quite sure if doing it with your fingers is the best idea. Okay, and then it looks like I just have this over here for this color. I think. See how it kind of falls over, because it's difficult when they're on the edge for them to rest on that little peg without falling off and give you enough time to push it down, but you could just use your finger to hold it in place. So then you can push it down. Or you can push it down with your finger, either way. I think that's all of them. I'm going to zoom back out so my head's not really in the way. And then pull this to me real quick. I missed one up there. I think I got them all. I don't see any more. I don't see any more. But you can see the pictures come in together pretty well. Pretty well. I don't have much left on this to get done. But if I do that, if I do this with you, it's gonna take forever. And I don't wanna keep you forever. But, yeah, I really enjoy this. You can see here, I finished, so you can see that it's clear underneath. And this one, when it gets done, will go here like this with this one, and then I just have one more left to do, as you can see there. So this one will go right there like so when it's complete, and then I have one more left to do. And it's got these little holders. I guess I can show you that real quick. It's got these little black holders, connectors I should say, not holders but connectors. So take these out. I'll show you by flipping this over. There's little grooves in here, so you just pop one in there, and then there's another one up here like this, and then these connect together like so. It's probably better if you're doing it flat, but they connect together like that, and it holds them. So if I go like that, it holds it. However, it's when you flip it back over, it's not as stable. So when you get all four of them together, if you take some clear tape and just tape them into place, that's going to help them stay together a lot better. But they go together like that, and then, like I said, when this one's done, I'll clip that one on and then do the fourth one. Again, this is what the finished picture will look like, minus the hand right there, but that's what the image looks like right there. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it. I really like doing this, and I wanted to share this with you guys, because I really think that if you've got, you know, if you're looking for something similar to diamond painting, it looks cool on the back side too, by the way. If you look at it, it looks cool on the back side too. But if you like diamond painting, and you wanted to try something similar, but just different enough to keep you interested, I would definitely look into this. It's super fun. I really like it. I really enjoy it. So let me know what you guys think. And again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to get back to you on that and give you answers. I usually get back to any comments within like right around a week. So yeah, I hope you liked it. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very much for joining me with this. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. It would really help me out a lot. Like this video, hit that thumbs up. Also leave a comment like I said, and if you are subscribed, hit that bell notification button. That way the next time my video gets posted, next time a video from me gets posted, you'll get a notification that states that I put up a video. Okay? Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me, and yeah, check this out. Check out Oraloa. Link will be down below, and have a great day. Bye.